Mosaic learners and teachers. Yesterday we talked about the heart chakra, at least an idea, perspectives, and concepts. One of the things that we talked about, or that we shared, I feel like I am part of the one consciousness. So whether I use I, you, me, we, there's really no separation. However, we are on a journey to discover how inseparable we really are. That's funny. But anyway, forward movement, right? Yesterday, one of its functions, the heart chakra, I mentioned, was the sharing of information, or the lack of sharing of information, and how that determines a human body's complex frequency. Now we're going to take it a little bit further, and we're just touching up on correspondence. So we're talking about correspondence on higher levels, higher dimensions or planes. I just want to take the opportunity to share some insights. Maybe it can be applied to your path, maybe not. As I mentioned before, we are all going to be experiencing various things this May, and it will always determine how we perceive it. How we perceive it will determine our vibration. Okay? Now I'm flowing. And you could throw a little bit of inner child in there every now and then. Some things to remember when we talk about shadow and light. They're really interdependent, and they're not separate. And they one can't exist without the other. One consciousness concept like to think that there's no right or wrong. There is only cause and effect, meaning if you do this at this moment, then, especially consistently over the course of a long period of time, the outcome will be the type of energy that you put out into the universe. People will teach you how to love by not loving you back. People will teach you how to forgive by not apologizing. People will teach you kindness by their judgment. People will teach you how to grow by remaining stagnant. Pay attention when you are going through painful and mysterious times. Listen to the wisdom life is trying to teach you. Meredith Marble. That was her. Meredith Marble. Okay? Now we're going to go into some concepts real quick. Again, we're always going to consider energies, even when we use words. When we look at this and we say geometry, do we just say sticks? Do we see color? Do we see higher states of consciousness? Okay, this right here is about acceptance of self in order for you to accept others. Do you see a triangle? Do you see a partial square? Do you see liberation? Do you see suppression? Okay. Now we look here. Do you see a candle and fire? The color, pink? Or do you see heart chakra love that takes fire, solar plex energy? Just wanted to say, water is important. And if any of you have been exposed to my previous videos, you know I always got that big can, 9.5 pH. I love you, universal energy. Water purifies. Where I'm located, there's been plenty of rain, and it's purifying. Okay? Purifies the air, our bodies, and reminds us the importance of water. Water is associated with the sacral energy, as I mentioned, and that's where we carry a lot of dense energy. Okay, so concepts that we can consider today: pineal gland, the crown chakra, and spinal fluid. We are one. The concepts is being thrown out there for consideration. We all implement information within our lives in various ways. Sometimes people or individual complexes will store a piece of information in their subconscious for use at a later date. And that is by choice. It's happened to all of us. Like, you ever bought like a book or something with the intention to read it, and then you put it aside and you have it, and then like maybe 2 or 3 years later, you're like, I need something to read, and then the book, and it's very relevant for that particular time, space, for your journey, or whatever you want to call it, personal growth. We use all different terminologies to describe it. Regardless, water purifies. Okay? And we can always look at concepts like the pineal gland and how everything is interconnected. Our structure, Gaia, as well as the cosmos. Never forget that. Thank you, Galactic Family. I love you. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you to everybody that is just discovering themselves and being okay with being more authentic. All right. Much love. Again, I'm all love, baby. What do you see? What do you see?